the Niger Delta Development Commission has begun a process of fulfilling its promise to empower 10,000 youths with 50,000 naira monthly stipends each and skills. The commission on Tuesday formally launched the Youth Internship Scheme portal to kickstart the program. Now, speaking at the unveiling of the portal, the chairman of the NDDC governing board, Chiedu Ebie, said the initiative would transform lives of beneficiaries. It was learned that the scheme, designed as a free online program, sought to address the pressing issues of lack of education and skills amongst youths in the Niger Delta. ABA stressed that the program was designed to provide a stipend during the internship period, enabling participants to learn skills and become self-sufficient. He said every applicant would register online to eliminate intermediaries, adding that age limit of 45 years was set for it to allow for only legitimate beneficiaries. He also said that the registration process was also designed to cater for people with special needs. And in his remarks, the managing director, that's the CEO of the commission, Dr. Samuel Buku, warned would-be beneficiaries to conduct themselves properly or face expulsion. He emphasized that quarterly reports will be used to assess participants' behavior, adding that any misconduct will lead to removal from the scheme. Let's get your thoughts on this one. You heard when the Senate President mentioned it, right?
Yeah, I heard it. And before getting to the issue of, what's it called, participants' behavior, let's talk about the selection process first. Okay. You know, the NDDC have been there for years, and when we begin to look into what's the NDDC, the achievements of the NDDC so far, I don't know if we can say, let's quantify it with the amount of money that have been released to that commission. And then we now begin to look at how it has impacted in the life of persons in the region, the Niger Delta region. In terms of development, how much more have the NDDC been able to achieve? And then in terms of poverty alleviation, I don't know how much more they have been able to do that. From my own point of view, the NDDC coming up with this, good idea. It also shows they've recognized or realized that persons in the region are going through a lot. So we want to give some persons 50,000 naira monthly. And then I saw what's it called? The website, the site for the registration, even if I didn't click to know what's in there. But we've had stories about NDDC coming up with such program. In fact, it has always been yearly. And then the selection process have always been a problem. A problem. You ask yourself, where are they getting these persons from? In fact, I saw the post in the WhatsApp platform last night, and somebody was asking, should we apply or you have already selected? And then you just want to follow the normal process and all that, or the normal procedure in doing all these things. NDDC has been accused of always selecting people through the back and then bringing out this to the public. This has been thrown to the public. You see massive set of persons applying for it. And at the end, the people, in fact, while you're waiting, you see people on the faces of television. But let's also give it to this particular board. Let's believe they are going to do something different. If this is achieved, genuinely, out of conscience, if this could be achieved genuinely, then we'll give it to them. But if it is the same process which NDDC have been accused of, selecting people, one brother, one sister, because you know one uncle or you belong to a party. If I even heard somebody agitating that why would they not give to those who are members of their party? So if they can go,
political,
it becomes politically related. And if they can go beyond that, because that agency, it was not built for political reason. So if they can go beyond that and then touch the life of the people in such a way that journalists can go to the street and begin to find out that people are rejoicing over it, we'll be happy.
Well, I spoke to some people who have said that they have applied for such schemes or such schemes over and over again, and they were never called for it.
Of course, that's why I said it has always become repeatedly every year.
And that's the same issue. That's the same story we heard with the students' loan, where a lot of students said that they applied. In fact, not that they applied; they were not even able to apply. Because according to them, when they try to apply, it doesn't work with the website that was provided. So some students believed at that point that they felt that there was another website that they are not aware of, that people apply. While this one that is made public, they're not able to, access it to even make their applications. But even though we hear that a lot of students have started receiving their funds with that, but how do we solve this problem? Because I just mentioned the student loan scheme. Now that's a federal scheme.
Yes.
And then down to the NDDC, where we still hear these accusations and complaints.
First of all, to solve this issue, it means that first the leaders are saying or are realizing now that there are programs we can carry out to now impart on the life of the people.
Why do you say they are realizing now?
They are realizing, yeah, a lot of programs.
We've had these programs ever since.
Good. It means they do realize. If they don't come up with programs, it means they just feel the people are good. So for you to come up with a program where you want to give people 50K and all that, it means you realize people are now going through a lot. So if you've realized this, why not you do what is right? It shows that God is ministering to the leaders. That the people are going through a lot. You need to help them. You need to save them. And then the devil in his own part is coming to say, no, do it this way, divert it from what is supposed to be.
When you check some of these schemes and the complaints and accusations, if they are true, it turns out to be that it's still the Niger Delta people who are in charge of these affairs, talking about putting this scheme in place and making sure that it is successful. If that is the case, it means that it's still the Niger Delta people who are defavoring themselves now.
Yeah, outside bad attitude, outside bad character. It also goes far to show how poverty has ravaged the Niger Delta region, because somebody with this opportunity want to see it as a means of making money for himself or herself. So once you grab it, you hold it, you see it as a way of turning your life around for good. So it goes far to show how deteriorating the people have been in Niger Delta area.
Talking about the Niger Delta area and people of the Niger Delta, during the Senate President's speech, he made reference to this administration and how much this administration has done for the Niger Delta in the past 1 year. And he actually said that in his words that for the much that has been done for the Niger Delta people, he doesn't think anybody in the Niger Delta will want to stand up and say they want to protest.
Okay.
So let's get your analysis.
Unfortunately, he didn't also mention the much that has been done, because it was during the time of Godswill Akpabio is the Senate President. It was during his time as the Minister of Niger Delta that he promised of completing the East-West Road. Is it completed? It was also during his time that we heard about off the mic, and then the issue of audits and all the forensic audit. What happened? What are the things? And then it was even during that program he now mentioned of we are going to be eating while others will be protesting. And those comments are unnecessary. What are we eating? Since he left to Abuja after making that comment, what have we been eating? What have we been eating? Now you say you've done a lot. He should have mentioned, these are issues that are beginning to get worried about in this country, and you just see every opportunity to use it for political reasons.
You talked about a lot of schemes, this same skill acquisition schemes and the rest of them.
The truth is, every year NDDC comes up with it makes an announcement, makes an announcement about a scheme. Every year. What's the selection process? Who are the beneficiaries of these things? Who are they? Are they the people they are targeting? Okay, now you've also outlined between the age from 45 years down. Who are the persons that have been benefiting this thing? How have their life been turned? Or is it a situation where you're giving people 50,000, you are making 50 million? And then we don't even see the budget for this thing. How much have been budgeted for this? At the end, you come out to tell the people how much you spent, how much is remaining. So whose life have you been able to turn around? Okay, with the 50,000, and let's even start with something. It's unfortunate that we're even rejoicing with the payment of 50,000. It's unfortunate. At this level, the NDDC, at this level with the NDDC, we are still rejoicing that they want to start giving with 50,000. That is not up to minimum. That is not even up to minimum wage. How many persons can 50,000 turn their life around? Who becomes rich with 50,000 naira? But again, we've seen nothing. We've been seeing nothing. So let's take what we've seen. That's the situation we have in Niger Delta.
So the Niger Delta, you should just take what they've seen.
What are we going to do? The ones that
How much have we done?
How much have we done? How much have we
changed the things that we are seeing around us?
What are we going to do? You protest, nothing happens. There was a time they were even protesting in NDDC. For how many days? What happened? What changed? What changed? Nobody is giving. Okay, the other time the Senate took over the process in NDDC, they wanted to interview some. In fact, there was a time an NDDC chairperson came out here and made a lot of revelation. Let's start with that. We wanted to change something. Somebody from Niger Delta, in fact, from River State, said a lot of things. And then what happened today? Who did they kill? Who did they even arrest?
Arrest, not kill.
No, I want to say, that's what I'm telling you, because nothing is happening. So, if you talk, no change. If you don't even talk, no change. It means people with conscience have to take over that board.
Do we even have the unity to even speak? Are we speaking with one voice as the Niger Delta people?
What's the voice we need? What we require is, okay, the voice is, we want somebody who is going to represent us. Let's have one voice. But where there is no unity, or maybe probably there is no voice, and somebody is already occupying there, what stops the person from doing what is right? Or there are persons minding the business, minding the head of affair in the NDDC. What are they doing? Use your conscience. Ask yourself. Communities, and in fact, let's not even talk about communities. The LGAs in NDDC, what are the impacts? Right now, we're talking about street light. Unfortunately, after how many years of NDDC, we are just rejoicing. Right now, we are rejoicing at what? Street lights. It's just now we are rejoicing at street lights. So, what are we even doing as a people? There was a time we started about road, NDDC road, and all that. What happened? So we need to go beyond what we are celebrating. Those who are minding the NDDC, those who are even there, should understand that the level of vehicle they are driving is bigger than the achievement the people are getting.
As long as I am concerned, there is the Constitution. There are laws. So it's not even about somebody who is in a place of leadership. Oh, why we'll start begging? Please do what you're supposed to do. There is the Constitution. We have laws. If he's not doing what he's supposed to do, there are steps that should be taken. There are things that should be done.
And that's why I've said all the ones they've mentioned that they aren't doing what they are supposed to do. Let's say the allegations.
Yes.
Did they take anybody to court? Did they also come back to tell us, oh, we found out it's true, it's not true, or that? What happened? The Constitution, are they even following the NDDC Act? The NDDC Act on leadership and appointment, are they even following it? Go and check. You're a journalist. Go and find out the NDDC Act. Then the selection process. Okay, what you want to give people 50,000. After that, we clap, and that's gone for the year. How about those who are beyond the age of 45? How about the children? What are you giving to them? We hear of scholarship. Who are the people getting it?
Even with the scholarship in some of these communities, you see here talks about some people's names being taken off and some families being exempted and some families, you still hear corruption playing out, even when, for instance, some of these oil companies want to give out scholarships. You see here corruption. That's why I asked earlier, the Niger Delta people, are we even speaking with one voice? Because it seems like you definitely find a bad egg somewhere trying to spoil maybe a scheme that is meant to benefit the people.
I've said it that also go far to show how poor and backward our people are. Okay, if I have if I have billions in my accounts or trillions in my account, and then you're giving me 1 million to go and share to the people, what will I add? Why will I go and collect that money? Outside bad character and bad attitude. I've always said, you know, there are some persons that they are so greedy that even with 10,000, they have millions. Even with 10,000, they want to collect it and make sure they see the people suffer. And nobody even understands that at the end, you're going nowhere with such those money.
Hearing cases of people who can afford food double, and triple the times, you know, would still siphon or divert palliatives that are meant for the vulnerable.
Exactly, like the things we had during before the NSAS and all that, where they were breaking storehouses and you were seeing people big in the house of big people, VIPs, stocking foods and all. In fact, even in this state, it happened. At the time during the electionary period, they now brought out the rice, those rice that were supposed to be distributed, and now they were now sharing it. It happened. Who was arrested? Did they arrest anybody? So I think there need to be a change of mindsets, especially in the Niger Delta region. There need to be those who are working in the NDDC, those who have business in the NDDC, those who have been placed there and all that. There should be a change of mindset. Let's begin to understand that this agency was created to touch the people. A lot is being taken away from the people. The agricultural sector is being affected. True. Different angles are being affected. People are breathing.
Their livelihood.
Yeah, are being affected. And then you have the responsibility to touch the life of these persons, and you're just there, utilizing it, eating alone, doing all the contract. In fact, some of them, if you see the contract they've awarded to themselves, you ask yourself, what's happening? And they still come back and then answer these big names. We still hear them, not knowing that a lot is happening there. Ordinarily, we are celebrating 50. Are we supposed to be celebrating 50,000 at this time?
All right, so we hope that more will be done concerning that, and we'll also get to follow up that story, the youth scheme, to find out how many Nigerians have actually gotten that. We'll give you details as the stories unfold. Let's look at this next story now.